I am Sherman D. Manning joining you live from Los Angeles, California. How's everybody doing? Thank you for the numbers. The numbers are looking good today. The numbers are looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. And you just wait. You just wait. What I did was this. I could not wait for my cameraman. I shot the video myself on the smartphone. I don't know how I did it, but I did. Now what we got to do is get it uploaded to YouTube. Wait till you all see it. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. I think it will probably be one of the most politically hilarious videos you've ever seen in your lifetime. I'm not going to tell you much except I interviewed Donald Trump and I interviewed Clint Eastwood on this video. And you will get to see it yourself. Sometimes, I mean, if I get a miracle late tonight, I do believe in miracles. If not, you will see it tomorrow evening at some point. I promise you, it will be on there. So look for it. I think you will enjoy it. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I think it will fascinate you on some levels. It is a crazy, 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 crazy video. It's the craziest video I've ever done. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Look for it. You don't want to miss this one. You can miss any of my others if you like to. Do not miss this one. Everybody and their mama and them will be talking about this video. That's all I'm going to tell you. I've never lied to you since I've had this podcast. I will tell you that everybody and their mother will be talking about this particular YouTube video in which yours truly interviewed the Donald. I interviewed him. Don't ask me how I got the interview or any of that. Just look for it. Donald Trump, Clint Eastwood, and me. Boy, boy, boy. Boy, 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 boy. Wait for this one, wait for this one, wait for this one. I had a great time. I had a great time doing it. It was it was something it was something else. It was something else. You know I'm multitasking now, so I gotta get somewhere. Hold on a second. Y'all listen with me, stay with me now. Stay with me. I'm doing what y'all told me to do. Navigate me to the closest auto zone to my current location.
All right, auto zone. Let's go.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we had a great time with that video. The audio is nowhere near as loud as I would like for it to be. I wanted it to be much louder, but you can hear it. You can hear it. There's not much background noise. You know, again, this is the first video I have ever shot for myself and by myself. And so look for it. Look for it. Look for it. If I find someone who can get it uploaded for me tonight, we will do just that. If we don't, then it will be perhaps tomorrow evening sometime before we can get that video on to YouTube. You know, a lot of people say they know how to do stuff, but they don't know how. You know, they don't recognize the importance of humility and how attractive that is. I've had 3 or 4 people tell me they know how to do it, but they've not lifted a finger to help me get it on. But hey, I'm going to tell you again, baby, wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. Counselor down at Donovan State Prison, if you're listening, make sure Michael Austin, Roscoe, and all of their boys see this video. This is it. This is it. This is it. Somebody call Jimmy Kimmel. Tell him to look for this video. Somebody call David Letterman. Is he still on the air? I think someone took over his show. I can't even think of the guy's name now. Call Conan O'Brien. Call all of the talk show hosts, etc. And tell them to check out this podcast video, rather, not podcast, video. And again, look for it on YouTube tomorrow evening sometimes. Push come to shove, as they will say, Monday at the very, very, very latest. Look for it, 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 look for it. This is something else. This is something else. This is something else. I shot it myself. All I got to do now is figure out how to get it on to YouTube. And I think you're going to find it to be absolutely hilarious. I hope it's smart and witty also. I hope it is. I'm not Donald, you know, so I can't say that I always do my best. I always try my best, but I miss the mark quite often. You know, I'm not the smartest guy in the room or any of that. long way from perfection, sinner saved by grace, make mistakes every day, chief of sinners, as a matter of fact. So I'm not one of these guys who is like Donald, who will tell you that, I thought I did a great job. It just turns my stomach when I hear him say that. One time I saw him finish giving a speech, and he walked out and said that his wife caught him and said something. So the press, of course, asked him, what did his wife say? And he said, oh, she told me I did great. She did me I did great. And about 90 seconds later, he said, yeah, and I thought I did a great. Oh, my God. I'm like, my Lord. Yeah. Didn't you just say your wife said you did a great job? Can you just let that be enough? Why do you have to tell us you think you did a great job also? What is wrong with these people? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? Somebody please help me figure out what the heck is wrong with these jokers. Well, not these jokers. Let's be very specific. With him, with Donald. And as I said to you, I think you'll find this interview to be quite fascinating. We have got to get people out to the polls, and I'll talk about that on the video that'll be on YouTube. We've got to get people to the polls and get them to take this very, very seriously. We've got to get them to vote. We've got to get them to vote. We got to get them to let it be known that we're not gonna let this buffoon take over this country as commander in chief. He's unhinged. He is a destabilizing force, and we cannot have a destabilizing force as commander in chief. No, sir. Not when we see it coming. We see this one coming. Some of them we didn't see coming. We didn't see Bush coming. And then I defended Bush on the video. In fact, I think I talked about the fact that at least Bush loves the country and, knew something about politics or what have you. A lot of help that was, but, how do you defend Bush? I mean, it's difficult, but at the end of the day, I believe the man did love the country. I just don't believe he did a good job as president. So anyway, y'all, look for the video. Look for the video on YouTube. I think you will find it to be quite interesting. Quite interesting. I hope you will anyway. I cannot guarantee you now. We don't. That's part of the only benefit I've gotten from Donald is watching him has made me a much more humble man. I was already practicing humility and doing the best I can to not bleed my own Kool-Aid and to keep reminding myself that my defecation is not an odoriferous delight. But quite frankly, he has humbled me even more because every time I see him, I recognize how unattractive it is to see someone who's overboard with arrogance. That's not self-confidence. That's not someone saying, oh, this is a man who has a lot of self-confidence and he believes in himself. No, this is not that. This is way beyond that. This overkill is such a turnoff to anybody with a little bit of intelligence. And so he has shown me that, and he has benefited my life in that way. So when I go places, I go out of my way to make sure that I'm practicing humility on a daily basis. And I do my best. I really do. And I check myself sometimes and ask myself, okay, why are you doing this? Why are you saying this? Is this really necessary? If you really already believe in yourself, why would you even need to say this? Is this necessary? And that's the main question. Is this necessary? Is it necessary? And in most instances, it is not. If you're tooting your own horn, as the old folks say, let someone else toot your horn for you. I mean, isn't it just much more attractive when someone walks out and somebody says, oh, he's a great speaker, or he's a great singer, or she's a great basketball player, whatever the case may be. Isn't that so much more attractive than me saying I am an inverter? I'll be back after this.